When you buy a business, you're really making a substantial investment. So you want to do a lot of due diligence about the business that you're buying. The first thing you want to do is make sure you understand the franchise system you're buying into. So ask the franchisor a lot of questions about the business. Now, some of these things are included in the disclosure document, but it's always good to ask them face to face. How long has the business been franchised? How experienced is the franchisor's team? How much do I need to invest? Does that include working capital? And what's their vision for the future of the business and the brand? All franchises aren't created equal, and the good brands out there are constantly evolving. So it's not just about understanding where they are today, but where are they headed in the future? What are their plans to grow the brand? You want a franchisor who's going to be honest with you. What are the peaks and troughs of the business? How many franchisees fail? How many multi-store franchisees are out there? Multi-store franchisees are a really good indicator of how a business is doing. If a franchisee is willing to buy a second store, that's a good sign that something's going well. If they own multiple stores, they're obviously very happy with the system, and so they've bought a second and possibly even a third store. They were able to fund it, and this is important because they've either funded it through profits or the bank has liked them enough to lend them the money. Also ask the franchisor about franchisee support. As part of your initial investment, what training is provided? What ongoing support does the franchisor or their team provide to you? How often will you be talking to the franchisor and their team? How often will they visit the store? Do they review the performance of the stores regularly? And how do they review performance? And finally, how do they engage with you about improving your store? A lot of franchise groups want to sell you a store and that's it. You need to find out what value you're getting from the service fees you're paying. Ask about marketing support. Who's the main contact for you as a franchisee once you start? Another indicator of some of the stronger groups here is what contact do franchisees have with each other? How do they work together? How does the franchisor collaborate with the franchisees to determine the future of the group? What input can you have to the future of the brand? Ask to speak to some other franchisees before you buy, particularly if you've got any doubts. I've had franchisees come in and ask if they can make time to speak with another franchisee, as you need to hear it direct from the horse's mouth. How are they doing? Are they happy with the franchise? What's their relationship like with the franchisor? Ask them the hard questions. Are they making money? Is it profitable for them? A good question to ask is, if they had their time over, would they buy the same franchise again?